Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing and comparing two of the most popular vacuums around right now. Over there in the green, we have the Clean View Swivel Pet by Bissell, and then over here in the blue, we have the Liftaway Deluxe Navigator by Shark. Both of these vacuums have very different approaches, but they both definitely have their strong suit. So first, we're going to take a look at all of the features, and then we'll do a cleaning test and compare both of them. So we're going to be starting on the top and then working our way down. Both of these vacuums offer very comfortable grips, and they're both basically the same exact height. These do come with different attachments, and the Bissell comes with a pretty unique one right here called the Turbo Eraser. This thing is actually completely powered by the suction of the vacuum, so it doesn't require any electricity, and this thing does a really good job at just kind of vacuuming couches and furniture and stuff like that. I really like that, and it's a really fun, easy attachment to use. On the Shark, we don't have that type of attachment, but we do have these two. We have this one for getting in those corners and getting just a little bit more suction power. And then this one that even has some fabric on the bottom to kind of help scrub. The Bissell does come with some more attachments, kind of like the ones on the Shark right there, but I have lost them already because they fell off. But luckily I still have the Turbo Eraser. These both have very long extension cords with these, so you guys could quickly just twist it off and drop it off. Something that's pretty unique on the Bissell is we have this suction indicator. So if there is like a clog or something like that, this will quickly turn red. On the Shark, we have a kind of similar system. We have a light, and the light will actually turn red if you guys have a clog or something like that. Then I think if there's low power, it'll just flash red. Now, when it comes to filters, we do have an actual HEPA filter on the Shark. There's a HEPA filter right here. So once you guys remove the really large dustbin, you guys will have access to these filters right here. And these honestly stay pretty clean. And then we have another filter right here. And this is the actual HEPA filter. And this will just help keep the air just a little more clean as you guys are going through. The actual dustbins on both of these are a great size. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I will say the release design for this dustbin is a lot easier. We have one button versus two latches on either side of the Shark. So to get to the filter, you just hold that, and we have the filter up top. It's very similar to the other one. Just clean it out and then let it dry, and then you guys could throw it back in. A very large dustbin once again, and it's super easy to put this one back into place. It's just a little harder to do it with one hand. Even with one hand, we got it done. Now we're gonna move our way down here, and the Bissell has a feature that the Shark does not have, and that's actually a height adjustment for the roller brush. If you guys have a really shaggy carpet, you guys could raise the brush to make this roll a little easier. The Shark Navigator does not come with that, unfortunately, but I will say the actual brush size is much shorter when you guys compare the width to the Bissell. So the bottom of these are pretty dirty, but you guys could see just how much wider the Bissell brush is. It'll definitely help you clean just a little bit faster, despite the Bissell having a slightly less powerful motor. I also like that the Bissell comes with these brushes on the end to help kind of get the dust out of the corners while you guys are going around your house and cleaning it. You guys can remove the actual roller on the Bissell, but on the Shark, it looks pretty difficult. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it doesn't seem like they want you removing this part on the Shark vacuum. So before I forget, I want to show you one of the coolest features of the Shark vacuum, and that is that it's actually a lift-away design. So you guys can press these buttons on the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera down for this. So you guys can press that and remove the entire system here, and you guys just have the roller brush right here. Just while we're looking at this, I want to mention just how many areas the Shark vacuum allows you to take the tube off for clogs. So you guys could remove the tube here and a bunch of different places, which is really convenient when you guys get those clogs that you guys have to remove. We also have this button right here to actually turn off the brush roller, just in case you guys want to do a hardwood floor. And not to mention, we also have just a bunch more points here to shorten or lengthen the actual wand length. And you guys could even control the suction power on the Shark. All right, so now with that being said, now that we've looked at basically everything there is to know about these vacuums, we're gonna go ahead and take these for a little vacuuming test. All right, so we went ahead and made a mess with some tortilla chips on our sample carpet here, and we're gonna go ahead and see just how well these both clean. on the carpet, and then we'll go ahead and move to a hardwood floor. So overall, these both did a pretty good job here. I will say the Bissell definitely has a lot more in its dustbin right here, and I'm gonna assume it's because it's just so much wider. I think it just has more opportunity to pick up debris. The Shark vacuum was a little harder to push on this style of carpet, but I have used this on shaggier carpets and it did just fine. I'm honestly very impressed with both of these at the moment. They both did a great job at cleaning up this mess. All right, so next up is the hardwood floor test. Just make sure that you guys keep an eye out for flying debris. That's what we're really testing here, to see which one can control the debris the best without making a bigger mess. So these both made a really big mess. They flung a lot of these crumbs all over. So the Shark has a mode that we can actually turn the rolling brush off, so that should help with that issue. The reason I didn't do that first was because the Bissell technically doesn't have that option, but what we can do is we could raise that rolling brush up a lot. So we're gonna give that one more try. So I just want to point out to you guys what just happened there. Basically, both of these were flinging all of that debris around, but the fact that I was able to turn the brush roll completely off on the Shark vacuum really helped change that, because as soon as I turned that brush roll off on the Shark vacuum, it cleaned up all the debris perfectly without making a bigger mess. Whereas the swivel, even with raising the brush roller as high as it could go, still made a fairly big mess, but I will say it was substantially better when I raised that roller a little higher off the ground. As far as I can see, there's no way to actually turn off the roller on the Bissell, so that is unfortunate, because when it comes to vacuuming your floors, it's going to be a little bit more difficult than the Shark vacuum. Now, with that being said, the fact that this thing has such a wider roll makes it still a big contender for me, and that's one of the main reasons why I have one of these and use it still to this day in my house. Overall, these are both great vacuums and I love them both, but hopefully after you guys watch this video, you guys can kind of see what features would be the most helpful for you. So anyways, that is it for my comparison between the Shark and Bissell vacuum.